1 second, hold on. Ooh, that's liquor. Ooh. Oh, that's liquor. That's liquor. That ain't, oh, that's liquor. That's straight liquor. Hey guys, so I'm finally, it's the hip hop for me. Anyway, so hey guys, so I'm back finally. So if you don't know, your girl had a whole baby. Yes, like a whole baby. So the last time you guys seen me, I think I was about, I would say like 5-6 months pregnant. So yeah, if you watch my old videos, kind of like going through the phases of me being pregnant. So I'm not pregnant anymore, as you can kind of see. Yeah. So this is my postpartum bod. I haven't really been going to like the gym as much as I should. So this is just kind of what it is right now. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm trying to make this video as fast as I can. Even though my son, he's asleep, he doesn't wake up like during the night anymore. Like he sleeps all the way through the night. But I'm just trying to like hurry up in case like, I don't know, in case he wants a bottle or like he gets a little fussy at night. Like sometimes he does, but most of the time he sleeps through the night. Hey, this is gonna be a mukbang, whatever you call it. But before we get into it, I gotta tell you where this food coming from. So, this is the pasta. This is what it looks like. This is the pasta. And we also have some rotel here. This is made with Italian sausage, ground beef. I don't know, it's a lot of stuff in here, but it looks good, smells good. So we're gonna eat some of this too. I can't eat all this. So we're gonna eat some of this too. It's by Simply J's. If you don't know what that is, it's a food and catering business here in Dallas, Texas. Shout out to you, Jonathan. But yeah, it's a food and catering business here. He makes like food on demand, basically. Like whatever you want, he can make it and it's gonna be good. Or if you want like weddings, birthdays, anything like that, he can also do that as well. So yeah, you guys should just go follow him. I'm gonna put all his information in the description box, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay. And it's not dry. Like, well yeah, it's not dry. Like, y'all know when y'all get like pasta, like it got sauce, but the sauce is sticking to the noodles and it's not really sauce. Like it's not sauce, it's sauce, but it's not like sauce. So, yeah. Ooh. So, instead of like doing like, y'all know like those people that like get on Instagram like send me questions, whatever. Instead of doing that, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna go like off the top of my head of like what people would ask me about. So I guess one of the first questions people would ask me was, so one of the first questions people would ask me was, how did I find out I was pregnant? So the first time, well, I didn't know these were like pregnancy symptoms when I had them. But like looking back on it, like this was like very early. I think I was maybe like 4 weeks or something. Like this is right before I found out. I was scrolling through Instagram and like somebody had like, I'll show you, I'll insert like a picture of what I saw. So somebody had like a thick like seafood boil, and like usually I'd be like, oh that look good. Like I'm finna go to Shell Shack, give me some. So I looked at it and I was like, that looks so disgusting. Like, who would eat that? Like, I'm literally thinking this in my head, and I'm like, girl, you would. Like, and then I was like, nah, can't be. I mean, it crossed my mind, but I was like, nah, can't be. So that was like my first symptom. Like, I looked at that picture and it just looked disgusting. Like, I really wanted to throw up just from looking at seafood. So I was like, that's weird. And then like maybe like the next day or so, like my boobs were hurting. Y'all know like that's what like that's what every pregnant person says. Oh, my boobs. But I guess that was like my first like symptom of pregnancy. But how I really found out was like a few days prior to me finding out, my eye had it was like swollen. I'll put like pictures, like it's so embarrassing, but my eye had like, it was swollen. So in my head I'm thinking like, oh, that's crazy. Like, why is my like eye swollen? It was just like one eye, and then like next day the other eye would swell up. It was like my eyes was taking turns like swelling. I was like, what is this? So the night before I found out, like my eye was swelling up. Like me and my boyfriend at the time, we had went on a date. So then we get home and I'm like, I just didn't feel right. Like my entire body, this is my exact words, I literally woke him up. It was like 3-4 in the morning. I think it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I was like, something. Like, just thinking back about it, I'm like, that just sounded so crazy. Like, what? I literally woke him up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I said, something is in my body. I don't know what's going on here, but I feel like a parasite is in my body. And he looking at me like,
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man.
and I'm like, no, like I'm so serious. Like something, a parasite or something is in my body. Like I can feel something going on in my body. I just don't know what it is yet. And him being who he was just like, go back to sleep. I'm like, okay, like something is in my body. I'm not thinking a whole baby in there, but like, so I try to go back to sleep. I'm like, no, I need to go to the hospital like right now. And then I could feel my eyes swelling up again. This is like day 4 of my eyes just swelling. So my eyes swollen. I feel something going on in my body. So I get up, we get up, and we go to the hospital. So get in the hospital, get to the back. The first thing they ask you is like, oh, is there any way to be pregnant? I'm like, no. No. So they're like, okay, like anything else? I was like, no, I just don't know what's wrong. Like my eye was swelling up. Oh, and also my hands. I still have those symptoms now. Like, well, not pregnant. It's not pregnancy, but you know, like my hand, my eczema was flaring up so bad on my hands. And then I go back there to the doctor and he was like, oh, like you have eczema. Like that's what's going on. Like your eye might be swelling because you have eczema. And I was like, my eye isn't gonna swell because I have eczema. So, anywho, he's just like, okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. Like, we're gonna give you some cream, some cortisone cream, and go home. So I go home. How did this turn into me telling you like how I found out? I don't know. Anyway, so I go home. I get home from the hospital, and the first thing I do is I go and pee, right? So I go and pee, and like, I pee, like, it wasn't that my pee smelled bad. It was just the fact of like, I felt like I could smell everything. I could just smell everything. Like I smelled my pee like no other. I just smelled stuff. And I just smelled stuff in their vicinity. Like it was just weird. Like my nose, my smell was like on 100. And I said, let me just go pick up a little test. It's gonna be negative. It's gonna be negative. So let me go pick up a little test. Yeah, I went and picked up that test. And yeah, the test was very much so positive. I took like 4 of them too. Then after I took them 4, I was like, I need to see this in writing. So I went back to the store. I went back to the store and I got another one. But this one said like a word pregnant. And y'all, I'm not seeing them words. But yeah, that's the story of like how I found out I was pregnant. Okay, so
the flavors are melting on my tongue.
So I guess the next question that, oh my gosh, everybody always asks me, it's like, especially at work, like, how's the baby? How's the baby? How's the baby? He's great. He loves daycare. He does. I was so nervous about daycare because, like, as a first-time mom, but yeah, as a first-time mom, you don't really trust anybody with your kid. So for me to like trust the daycare was like a really big thing. And yeah, like he loves his daycare. I love his daycare. And yeah, he's doing great. He's such a happy baby. Like he wakes up and he's just smiling. I'm like, what you smiling at? What you smiling at, baby? But no, he's just a happy baby. And I love him so much. Like I try to go out and do like, I don't know, I just try to do like fun things with him. Even though I know he won't remember it, but like taking him to the park or like taking him to like the farmer's market and like just doing stuff with him, like just bonding with him. Like I try to do that at least once a week. How long did I work up until I had him? I worked until I was 38 weeks pregnant. I'm talking about big as a house. So I was walking around work, tired, breathing hard. But yeah, I worked up until I was 38 weeks pregnant. And whew, I'm tired just thinking about it. I'm so tired just thinking about it. But it wasn't hard at all. Like my job was really amazing about it. Like I didn't have to do anything. You know? Just show up and sit down. Just show up and sit down. Just show up and sit down. A big question that people ask a lot of pregnant women, which I don't know why. I found it weird. Like when I was pregnant, I would get like, oh, when are you gonna have another one? I'm just like, can I have this one? Like, can this one come out? No. Okay. You need to have them 2 1 to 2. You need to have them back to back. I'm like, is you gonna pay for this, Mister? Please? No. Honestly, now I'm thinking about it, I wouldn't say kids are expensive. Just the things that I like for my kid are expensive. But kids overall like aren't expensive. Like just get them the necessities and they'll be fine. But like, yeah. Like you don't have to go buy the most expensive $1,000 Luna stroller or they don't really need all that. Like, I'm telling you, the most expensive things I bought for my son, he does not like. He likes the cheap stuff. Like I bought my son this swing. You know what he likes to do? He likes to sit in his car seat and he likes me to rock the car seat. Like you got this nice little $200 swing over here, but you want to rock in your car seat. I'm telling you, babies are very simple, most of them. How did I tell my family? Like, people want to know, like, oh, how did you tell them? Whatever. For my mom, I didn't really tell her. Somebody else kind of told her. Like, I was like talking and venting to them, and then they like, call her. And I called her, and I was like, I can't do it. So then they told her. And she was mad, but like, she wasn't like mad, but she's like, I don't know. She wasn't like mad, but she was just like, really? Like, she kind of wanted it to come from me and not someone else, which I get now, but yeah. And the rest of my family, I just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of told them over time. And yeah, it wasn't, I don't know, I just kind of told everybody else over time. Like, it wasn't like, it was like, I wasn't trying to keep it a big secret, but like, I wasn't just like, hey, I'm pregnant. Like, no. It was like over time thing. The next question would be, did I have a vaginal or did I have a C-section? I had a C-section because, well, so I got to 7 centimeters dilated. And once I hit 7 centimeters, I seen like a bunch of like nurses and doctors and everybody just rushing in. I'm like, what? I'm in there chilling. So I'm like, what's up? And they're literally in there. They're looking at the monitor. And I didn't know like his heart rate was like, it looked like his, basically the way I explained it, it was like his heart rate had dropped tremendously, like dangerous levels. So that's why everybody rushed in there. So I was just chilling because I had my epidural. Yes, I got the epidural. Mind your business. Anyway, so yeah, so they came rushing in there, and after like checking down here and stuff, they were basically like, his head was stuck, my contractions were like back to back, like no breaks in between, like, and they were like hard contractions. So my baby was like in distress, his head was stuck, and they basically gave me some options. They was like, you can wait it out, but honey, I don't recommend that, whatever. So I decided to go ahead and I just wanted him to get here like safely. Like, that was my main thing. I was like, as long as he gets here safely, like, that's like I can deal with having a little scar. Actually, I don't even have a scar, to be honest. It's so weird how they do I don't know. Like, looking at like other moms with C-sections from like older days, they don't put they don't cut you the same. Which is what I found weird. Like, the cut isn't like right below your stomach. It's like, I don't know. But like, my doctor, she couldn't even find it. That's how like invisible it is. But anyway, so I was just like, I can deal with that. Like, I can deal with not being able to push out my baby as long as he's here safely. That was like my main concern, was him getting here safely. So yeah, I just decided to go ahead and just get the C-section. And yeah, I gave birth to a beautiful, healthy baby boy. And yeah. I guess the next question was, did I get the epidural? I just said that. Yeah, I got the epidural. When I went to the doctor, my contractions were like 2 minutes apart. So, 2 minutes. I didn't even, that's another story. I'll give you guys like a labor and delivery story time, like videos, because I recorded because I recorded the whole thing. So I'll give you guys like a labor and delivery like video if you guys want that. But yeah, I didn't even know I was having contractions. I literally thought my back was just hurting. So when I got there, my contractions were like back to back to back. Like, they were like, if you look at the monitor, it was like, it was like, like, it was just like at the top the whole time. And then they wanted to do like cervical checks, and then they wanted to put balloons in me, and I was just like, I can't do this. Come on. So yeah, I got that epidural. It didn't hurt. Nothing. Literally just sitting there. And my leg is literally just like your legs go numb. You don't feel nothing. But I will say, like, once I reach 7 centimeters, like, we had the anesthesiologist come back in and like put some more in because I could like slightly look what I could feel them. They were coming back. So I could slightly feel them, but overall I had a great experience with as far as like epidural. I guess I'll get off like the topic of like labor and delivery, and I go to the next question, which was like, how's mom life? Mom life is like, I'm just wasting stuff. Mom life is like one of the most beautiful experiences like I've ever like been through. Like, it has its like tough moments, which I know like everybody says like, oh, it's sometimes it's hard. Yeah, like sometimes it's like really hard. But like 90, well, I ain't go for 9. 70% of the time it's the most beautiful thing ever. But yeah, I love that little boy more than anything in this world. Like, I don't even know if people can, like, it's just so hard to explain. Like I guess I'll explain it in a way of like, once I come pick him up from like daycare, or like when someone's like watching him or something, like the way his face lights up, it just lets me know like he loves me so much. Like, oh my gosh, it is just the cutest thing. Like, his face just lights up when he sees me, like when he gets home from daycare or anything like that. Like, he just loves his mama. He's just a mommy's boy. Oh, I can cry talking about my baby. I want to go wake him up, but I'm gonna let him sleep. It's beautiful, but it has its moments, especially me being a single mom. So yeah, I do this. Yeah. Yeah, but I've gotten used to it now. Like, it's not necessarily hard. I have him on a sleep schedule. He sleeps throughout the night, the whole night. Like, he goes to sleep at 9, he wakes up at 6. He goes to daycare around like 7-ish. And yeah, like, he's on like a consistent schedule now. So, the next question, I guess, would be, do I want more kids? I can't see myself having any more kids anytime soon. I guess it's kind of like, because of the experience that I had, like, I didn't have like a picture perfect experience that like most people get. I basically went through my whole pregnancy by myself, but I don't know. I'm not gonna say no, but like, no. No. Well, I just don't want to go through it the way I went through it. Next question. I guess it's not. I guess, I don't know. I guess, is it a question? The next question, I guess, would be, was my family and friends supportive? Man, when I say they came through, they came through. They came through for you, girl. Like, I mean, my family and friends were like really there for me. Like, they would call me every single day, check on me. Even some they didn't call me every single day, but I didn't need nobody call me every day, like. But like, call me all the time, checking on me, making sure I was alright, sending me gifts, taking me to get pedicures, manicures, like just one friend came in, he built my crib for me. Like, it was just like so overwhelming to like see how much like support and love I had from the people around me. So I won't say like my experience was like completely terrible. Like, it wasn't a terrible experience at all. Like, at all. But I would just do it different if I ever didn't like do it again. Alright, yeah. So you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude the video because I have to put him back to sleep. So if you guys have like any other questions that you want me to answer, then just let me know. And yeah, I'll let you know. But I'm gonna put Parker back to sleep now. But Mama, I'm trying to eat. I'm gonna put Parker back to sleep. Yeah. Is it good? Is your milk good? Can Mommy have some? You finna catch up. Okay, you better give me my milk. Get your own. Get your own milk. Alright. Alright guys, so until next time. Yeah. Yeah, I will talk to you guys